Hey everybody, how's it going? Serial Overdrive here, and today I'm doing another video in my How to Make Money in Entropia Universe series. This one, as you can tell from the titles, on mining. So first off, right, are you going to make money 100% of the time? You guys know the answer to this. That's no. This is just how to get a little bit closer to making a profit, and if you're the top 1% of the 1% of the 1%, maybe you can make a little bit of profit off this. This is giving you guys something to aim for, something to help you be a little bit more economical when you're playing the game. But don't think that you're going to go out and make a ton of money. I am going to give you guys a really good mining location. It's going to be hot probably like for the next 2 or 3 months here. Anyways, so first off, right, you're in Entropia Universe. You want to start mining. What do? Well, you got to buy your gear, right? You need a finder and you need an extractor, okay? I'm not a stickler on the extractor. If you really want to be eco, like 100% eco, the higher level of the extractor, I think the less decay it has. Just make sure your skill progress is 100%. If you want skills, then you know what I'm saying. Like, then you don't want to be 100%. Go for 90. Same with the finder, okay? You want maximum depth. You don't want any sort of learning skill bonus if you're going for profit, okay? This is the way depth works. I'm just going to go over this real quick. The deeper you can go, the rarer the ores and end matter you can find. This is just general theory. This is what I've found. This isn't 100% true. Nobody knows. MA is not going to tell us, right? But generally, the deeper you can go, the more, like, the better claims you can, not better claims as far as higher PED, but the rarer claims you can find. So if you're going 1,000 meters deep, or whatever that is, 1,000 feet, 1,000 meters, whatever that number represents right here, you're going to find more than I can find at 522. So, like, looking at this, I should probably upgrade because I know I've got more skills than the recommended level, and I think I could probably do the next level finder. I just haven't bothered to do it because we know I don't care that much about eco. But if you care about it, right, keep upgrading these, okay? Now, next thing to go into amps. Should you use them? Shouldn't you use them? The way I look at amps, okay, if I have a really good area, it's producing, I'm getting 90% TT, and maybe the average markup of everything I'm finding is 110% or higher, then I'm going to start looking at amps, okay? The way it works generally with anything, if the markup is low, like around 104%, like you want the markup of the amp to be a good like 10 to 15% below the average markup of what you're finding. So if you're finding a lot of oil, it's not worth it to have an amp. Same with list. If you're finding a lot of like devil's tail, which this area I'm pointing out has a lot of devil's tail right here, that's 170% right now markup, okay? If you're finding a lot of that, it might be worth it to get one of these, because if you find a few claims of devil's tail, that bonus, that multiplier, it's going to be worth it, because you're going to be making like probably like 50 PEC on every like 10 PED spent through the amp or something like that, right? I'm just throwing these numbers out, generalizing based on what I found. You guys need to like work on this. You need to figure it out for yourself. You need to figure out what percent markup you should start amping up, okay? Professional level amps, don't mess with those. The higher the level of the amp, the more you're risking per drop. So if an area like only has like one big, really nice claim per 50 PEDs, make sure you've got enough amplifiers to drop 50 PEDs worth of probes. That means if you're going up to Club Never Die, FOMA, or you're going down to hell at Rocktropia, make sure you have like 1,000 PEDs or some huge amount to spend on amps, because you might not hit that big claim until you're at 900 PEDs spent. And if you stop at 900 PEDs and you know you need to spend 1,000 on average, right? If you spend 1,000, you know you'll do pretty good. If you spend like 900, you know it's risky, right? Make sure you have the money, because if you don't, you can lose big. I did that in hell. There's a video where I'm like, I'll just spend 300 PEDs. No, I knew I should have saved more. I knew I should have spent more, but I didn't, right? I lost 300 PEDs because I didn't find any claims. Who knows, maybe in the next 50 PEDs I would have hit that off and I would have broke even. We don't know, right? But generally those areas are very risky. The professional miners, the ones who really make money, they sort of know how to play those areas. They know what areas are going to drop better ores and end matter, and they're the ones running it up there. At least that's how it used to be. I think that's changed a little bit. if any of you guys are professional miners, feel free to like comment on this video, let me know what I got wrong, what I got right, because I'll fix it. I'll fix it if I got anything wrong. I'm sure I am getting stuff wrong. Okay, so there you go. That's when you should amp up and what mining gear you should use. Now, what resources do you want to look for? That's pretty obvious, right? What you want to do is every time you find a claim, note down where you found it. Okay, like, so the way it works is if you found oil in an area, you're likely going to find oil in that area again. Or like here, if you find Devil's Tail, I found it twice now. Or twice on, sorry, I found it on 2 different runs now. I've only done 2 runs in this area recently. If you find it one time, you're probably going to find it again and again and again until it changes locations, until MA changes that. And MA is going to change it when too many people know of an area. So I just sort of like lit up this area with people like, hey, check out this area. It's got Devil's Tail. It's probably going to change pretty fast because now a lot of you guys are going to come here. A lot of you guys are going to find it, and either the markup of it's going to go down or they're going to change areas. Okay, so whatever you've got, right? You got your map here. You've like written down what's where. You write down the coordinates of the claims, or you do whatever it takes. Okay, like there's tools out there. Google it. You can find tools to do this. If you go to Entropia, you can find a rough estimate of where some of these things drop. I wouldn't use those maps. I don't recommend it, but they do have maps. There's a lot of different things you can use, okay? And if you're really advanced, you can probably find a tool that'll like tell you where the big HOFs are, what they dropped, and where they dropped it, and then you can go off of that. A lot of miners get really, really upset if you do that, though, because you're sort of like sneaking in on their territory in a shifty sort of way. It's up to you. It's up to you. Actually, I don't even know if it tells you where they found it. I know sometimes it drops cores. I don't know coordinates. I don't know if it does that for ores and unmatter. I think it might have done it before, but no, I don't think it does. Anyways, if you know where someone found a HOF or something like that, and you know what it is, that can really help you out. So basically, you have your list of areas. Look through here, find out what stuff you know of that's hot. Like if you know binary energy, maybe like 110 is pretty good, and you know you can consistently find like it 50% of the time. That's not too bad. You're probably gonna make like 105% off that total, like your total loot value. So if you get 90 PEDs of loot, it's gonna be worth like 95 roughly. So to average the loot for an area, that's the best thing to keep in mind. So like this area here, if you get 10 PEDs, you're probably going to have about 11 PEDs worth of loot in the end. So you can do a 10% loss and still make money here. And generally, like, everybody's different, right? It really depends how you mine. It depends where you go, like, the gear you're using. But generally, like, what I find is 20 to 30% is what I'm going to lose on my average mining run. So if I can make over that in markup, then I'm going to be making a profit. That's very hard to do. Like, I need to find Devil's Tail. I need to find all that really good stuff to do it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Like, I don't think this area is going to produce that well for me. But I'm not a really good miner. I'm not a professional. I don't know my shit. So, let's see. I'm going to go out. I'm mining. Hopefully, I'm going to find something. I'm trying to show you guys here that I'm not bullshit. I'm just dropping 5 probes because I really don't want to spend a ton of time on this video. And I found a lot of people want to watch these videos condensed. You guys don't want it to be running like 30, 40, 50 minutes. You just want to see like sort of like these are just meant to be how-to videos. I find those do best. And for those of you guys watching too, I really, really appreciate the support. I've been getting a lot more subs, so I'm trying to put out better content. If I'm putting out shit content, call me out on it. Not the other videos, just Entropia Universe content. I'm trying to find niches in other games. Whether I've done it or not, who knows? We just gotta freeze here. Hold on. I don't know if this is still recording right now, but I'm gonna fuck. I'm having a lot of issues here. I'm gonna assume it is. It's not. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulty there, but we're back. Anyways, I want you guys to know I'm not bullshit. So I'm going through, I'm doing this, but I think you guys get the gist of it. Basically, size of the claim, some people say it matters. I don't think it does. The way I look at it, right? You look at the average markup that you're making in an area, and if you're not finding anything, then the area might just not have anything there. But like if you're finding a decent number of claims, you're getting around like 20 to 30% return before markup, and the area is a pretty decent markup area, you have a chance of making a profit if you really like get that ego down, and then you get a little bit lucky. You need to get lucky until you're really good. Once you're really good, you can go deep. Okay, once you can go deep, you can find areas where maybe you're getting like 200, 300, 400% markup, something insane like that. I'm gonna die here. And once you're getting markup like that, then you really have a bit more leeway. So if you're getting 200 to 300% markup, I really wanted to know what it was. So what do we get? We got Force Nexus and something else. I don't even know what it was. Anyways, you guys can see like this area is dropping a few things. There's a few claims that I'm getting. It's not terrible. So yeah, if you find an area like this, feel free to let me know. But actually, don't let me know. I don't want to be the one that announces it and ruins an area for you, right? I'm ruining this area for myself. I'm rooting for everybody else who's found it. A lot of people probably wouldn't like me for this, but I want to help you guys out. I want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate all the subs, all the likes, all the views that I'm getting. I know it's not a ton. Like, if you're a big YouTuber, this is nothing, but for me, it's a decent amount. And, it's good to see that people are liking this. It's good to see that I'm helping people. That's what I'm really going for. I want to help you guys. I want to create some sort of Entropia Universe-based community. I want everybody to be liking it. So, and having fun and, getting tips. And I want to introduce new players to the game without being one of those people who's on all the time mentoring people. I just don't have time for that. Although mentors are golden. Like, thank you. Those of you who are doing mentoring, like, you're doing a big service to the community. Anyways, that's sort of what I've got to say about Entropia Universe and mining and how to make a profit. I don't know if I gave any new knowledge away. I'm hoping I did. I'm hoping that someone's like listening, they found something useful. I'm hoping you're gonna go away happy, but I don't know, maybe you will, maybe you won't. I don't know what you guys find useful, to be honest. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if this video was useful or if this was just like horrible and you guys have got nothing of use out of this, because the next video I'm thinking of doing is crafting, which again, that's a pretty obvious one, depending on who you are. Some people might not know this stuff. Oh, there we go. I got it all before I died. You guys know I don't like to mine in armor, because if you mine in armor, you're losing PEDs every time you're hit. This way, I'm not losing anything. I'm actually getting something if I get some evade skills. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to do a thing where we look at the markup and all that, but look at the TT value. But you can see like 107%. Overall, this area I'm pointing out, you're probably going to make 10% roughly on it per maybe like 50 PED run. So not make 10%, get 10% markup. So hopefully you guys have the luck I did. I did 2 runs here. I probably made about 1 to 3% profit per run after markup. Not too much, but pretty good. This run, just because I did like 5 PEDs, I lost money. But you've really got to spend a lot of money. Well, not a lot, but you got to go for that 50 to 100 PED run to really know if an area is worth it, to really know if you're getting the markup back, or to really like average everything out and figure out what your average markup is, figure out what your average returns are going to be, everything like that. If you run an area 5 times or 2 or 3 times, right, you're consistently getting like a pretty good return and high markup items, you can probably make that area profitable. Think about using amps again if you're getting that high markup stuff and sort of a lower return or a higher return. But like I said, like, claim size doesn't matter in my opinion. If you get a HOF, if you get global, that could be an anomaly. If you're consistently getting small hits, like small size hits, and it's high markup items, that's a golden area. That's an area you can make money off of. That's an area you can take to the bank. So, like I said, if you guys got areas you want me to announce, feel free to post it below. But if you're posting it, I'm going to talk about it in a video. I might talk about it. Assume I'm going to talk about it. I know some of you guys want to just help me out, but don't do that. Don't do that. I don't play enough. It's not worth it. And I don't want to let you guys down by giving out some super secret tip that you guys have. Hopefully this area isn't something that someone holds dear. It's right by TP, so I highly doubt it. Some of the really good areas you can find, like way out here, way in the middle of nowhere. That's where a lot of these miners go. Out to where there's no one, there's no TPs, because that's where they think a lot of the good claims are. But you really got to know this map or this game to know where those are. Anyways, another thing to keep in mind too, if you find a good area, run in a grid. A lot of miners do stuff like this. As you can see, I'm drawing it out with my mouse. You go down, left to right, down like in a grid. Anyways, hopefully that helps you guys out. If you got questions, comments, anything like that, as always, let me know. Please like and sub if you can. And until next time, next video is going to be about crafting. So hope you guys are ready.